by T-REV, so we'll call him that as well. And he joins us now.
People get killed for other stupid choices. Standing up for the families that took a loss. This something that we find important. Rap game strong, chest up. Little homie, keep your head up. You can be whatever you want. Get rid of the fake and it will lead up. All my life I strive for greatness. I'm manifesting my time with patience. People trying to copy us, but respect is earned. It's not an obligation. I love the fam and they love me back, and that's why I always have it back. So I give a voice to those people who were never given a chance for them slimy cats. When you come here, you ain't a number to me. I really take time to read what I see. Don't forget to lock your doors, cause there's danger all up in these streets. Y'all really put life into the air that I breathe. I really am thankful for all of my peeps.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome. It's Detective T-REV, and I am here with my badge that I'm going to show you. What is going on, Kel? How you doing? Shout out to Kel in the building, Detective Puff. You know, maybe a real detective that can produce a real badge. The Night Stalker. What's going on, Patty? How you doing? I'm waiting like I did at the prom. She said, I'm waiting like I did at the prom. What is going on? Shout out to y'all, man. It's been a minute, you know? It's been a minute. We've been working on some projects behind the scenes. Well, there's been a lot of drama going on. You know what I mean? There's been a lot of dirty ass drama going on between people, with friends, etc. And I'm gonna go ahead and just, you know, address the elephant in the room to start off the stream. For instance, Jeff H, right? So he made a post earlier talking about, you know, I got in the way between Detective John and T-REV and, you know, blah, 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 blah. But in reality, he said in the beginning when we talked, who should I not mess with, T-REV? You know, who should I not mess with? So then, you know, we take this journey. I told him specifically who. He knows who. I have the text messages sitting right here. And for instance, you know, I don't like to put anybody in that, you know, field, but don't ask me some shit like that. And then when I tell you, like, all of a sudden you're just acting a certain way. I don't know. It's just weird. It's wishy-washy. I don't like it. But to address the elephant in the room, homie was playing both sides of the fence, and it was weird. And that's that. So you won't be seeing him up here anymore either, in case, you know, he admits that as a man, but he won't admit that. But anyways, moving on from that, address, like, I don't get like the big response. I wasn't even gonna speak on it, but in reality, if you're gonna post on the community post of somebody who's subscribed to the channel, I'm definitely gonna tell them what it is. You know what I mean? What's going on, Obsess? Sunshine in the building. Oh, KDD says, oh Lord, Detective John stirring the pot again. What he always is. When isn't he? The felony Night Stalker. You know what I mean? Anyways, but I mean, I don't have like a personal beef with Jeff H in general, but I don't like people who play both sides of the fence. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. Don't play both sides of the fence and act cool with different people. And when people that talk shit about me and say, don't fuck with T-REV or don't do this, I don't even want your name on my channel if you're fucking with people that don't like me. I'm sorry. I don't want my name on your channel. You can support me all you want. You can show love all you want. But instead of like trying to play both sides of the fence or act, you know what I mean? I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't work with creators. That's why I stay on my own. That's why I like working with the Rev Gang family instead of working with creators, for simple reasons like that. It's things like that that I hold up. So I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to. I don't know. If I have a friend and I'm pushing a friend's channel and I see them fucking with people that say fuck T-REV by night and fuck the Rev Gang family by night, I definitely don't want to. I don't want you around me as far as like pushing you or anything like that. I'm good. Because I just don't like that. That's goofy to me. But anyways, JD says, thought so. Wow. No, but anyway, there's been so much drama lately. I'm just over it. You know what I mean? I'm over all the drama. People trying to ride off different shit. It's just weird. Keep your head up high and do what you do best. Glad you moved on. Yeah, it's not even that I moved on. It's just that I'm so sick of the drama. And then when people ask, well, what's going on? Well, T-REV's mods are saying this and T-REV's mods are saying that. Yeah, they do tell me stuff. Oh, well, it is what it is. Why are there so many who are disloyal and dishonest? That's why I live my life open book. Anything that I've ever said, I've said on my channel live. If you keep your life as an open book, you don't have anything to hide, right? If you live your life as with the open book, you have nothing to hide. I can't say that about the rest. We had a fake detective come up on this show, produce a fake badge when Chris Perry called in. The dude that said I would smack my mom a while back, this dude produced a fake badge. I have all the videos. I have everything to show it. This dude literally was impersonating an officer by sending me this fake badge to show somebody who said, I'll give 10 grand to this guy if he could produce a badge. It's there. It's on the lives. Everybody's already found the videos. I have them sitting right here. Anyways, thank you, CKI. I appreciate you. Thank you. I don't know why this fucking screen's taking forever to load up, but Put in Mistress says, hi, Trev. So glad you were on live. Love your show. Thank you. Haters gonna hate. Why all this fake shit? It is what it is. Let's get to the case and get back to what's important. I just don't get, the problems. You know what I mean? I don't get it, but it is what it is. I sent you an email on August 1st or 2nd. Read it when you get a chance. It says you smell jealous. Let me pull it up. What is it titled, though? Do you know? You said August 1st or August 2nd. That makes it easier. I just have to go through a couple pages because there's a lot of emails. August, you said 2nd? Okay, so I'm on the 2nd. You said 1st or 2nd, though, so that makes sense. I don't know what it's titled because there's a lot of emails in here. I'm looking for it, though. Back on July 31st, August 1st. Why did they delete also? I don't know if the friggin' screen. Okay, it is showing now. Why did they delete this? Why did they delete the bottom of this? What's going on here? We just had a different document right here. Why is it deleted? I don't understand that. Does anybody know why this document was deleted on Bryan Kohberger? I forget what it was. It was objection. It said objection. Sal, you making me roll on the floor? Sal's Maria says, hey, Trev, chat, and mods. What's going on? Susie, she said, I never liked this Detective John. When I said that, I got blocked, had to beg to get back on. That's crazy. That's crazy. I apologize for that. We got this figured out. You ain't a number to me, sunshine. You said I see what you're saying, and I can't. Why you would be upset? Haters gonna hate. Thank you. I appreciate you. She said, wow, what's going on with fake people lately? Nah, Jeff, you're not blocked. We can see you. And you don't gotta sit around and pay to say shit like you do on every other channel, bro. You don't gotta do that. I can see what you're saying everywhere. Nah, I don't even want to talk. I just don't even want to address that because it's like super fake and goofy. I sat up here and try to help people build their channels, and at the end of the day, it's like people. I don't know. It's like people see and use me. They get like this superstar look when I'm just a regular person, like anyone else in this room. They see me and see clout. And it's kind of weird because it's just like, aren't we all chasing the same thing? So why do you see me see clout, get big eyes, and then want to try to butter me up with sweet text messages and then tell everybody else something opposite? Like, for instance, I have every text message I ever exchanged with Detective John. I still have both of them in this phone and in this phone. You see both of these phones? I got Detective John messages all the way from the first time that I ever talked to him in the first time December all the way up to I got this phone. So I'm just saying, like, why I don't get why people say shit and then forget the conversations that they have with you within these messages. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's super weird. Creator drama is whack. I agree, Miss Potts. Creator drama is whack. We're all adults and we should be able to work together. Agree. But some people, make it that way. Some people make it that way. It is what it is. The other Aaron, T-REV, just be you. You're amazing. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm ready to jump into this content, though. Yeah, from what I was able to find. From what I was able to find. Also, what was it? Convicted felon? But we're not going to hop into that. We're not gonna. I'm with you, T. Thank you. I appreciate you, Kaylin. I know a lot of people are, and that's not what I'm trying to make it to be either. But if somebody's gonna say something, they need to share the whole story, not a corner of it, an edge of it. That's why we all love you, T-REV. For months, I couldn't find a creator I wanted to follow. I've got one now. Thank you. I appreciate you, brother. Jeff, you're not blocked though. You're not blocked at all. It just seemed like a smart ass. That's some funny shit. But I do want to jump into this video. So this video that I have, where's it at? I just had it pulled up. Okay, let's move this over here. So there's like these informants and shit popping up. If I am watching the channel, or if I am watching a channel and they talk bad about you, I don't watch them anymore. I don't ask people for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, the type of people that when a person comes to me and goes, if they don't rock with T-REV, I don't rock with them. So they'll come and specifically say that to me, right? And I'll be out and see it, like in Discord, for instance. It's the people that do that. They'll come out and say something, and it's like, if I rock with you, if somebody said this and that, they make themselves look stupid because they'll say that and then be doing the complete opposite and act like nobody has eyes. So that's the thing that I can't stand. I can't stand that. I can't stand when somebody, does that. Oh, they're not on board with you. They don't rock with you. Then I don't rock with them. And then it's like, I don't know. So I'm going to stay focused on what I do. And I'm not working with creators no more. That's just I'm going to have to leave it at that. No more working with creators. And I just have to leave it at that because it just turns into stuff that I don't want it to turn into. You know what I mean? I don't want it to turn into this type of shit. It just doesn't. There's no cause or need for it. There's no need for that shit. That's not what we're here for. Wait, what? No, Jeff, we see you. No, you're not, Jeff H. Thank you, Azabella. I appreciate you. Maria with the 6 months. 6 months. I've seen a lot of people that were here for 10 months too. That's shout out to you for the 6 months. I appreciate you. All right. So I do want to hop into this because this has been sent to me so many different times. Let's hop into this. I know a lot of y'all been sending this shit to me. No, you're not blocked. We can see you. What's going on, Angelica? Gypsy in the building. I see you, Midwest. I do want to hop into this video. A lot of you seen it. The comments are turned off on this video. It's just like these people are coming out the woodworks. So for instance, I had somebody just call, and they're not just called today, but it was like yesterday. They left me a voicemail and told me that they're confidential and that they have a bunch of different information. But in reality, how can, we vet these people? How can we vet these people? You know what I'm saying? How can we vet these people? What's going on, Boston Hippie? We see you. Sal, thank you. I appreciate you, Bubba. All right, here we go.
There were at least 2 of the people. They were mutilated. I don't know what I can say. I don't know what I'm allowed to say. But I can say that they were. It was not like somebody had a butcher knife or anything like that. Like the wounds were equivalent to something that was much like huge gaping wounds.
Papa Sal, I love you, bro.
Not
like maybe like a machete.
Like I'm talking like. If you think about being a hunter and if you think about a deer and all that.
All right. So I know a lot of you've probably seen this video as it has tons and tons of views without me telling you what my thoughts are on it. And we're going to watch this and go over it. What are your thoughts on it? What are your thoughts on it? If you've seen it, T, if you get done, fiance time the other night. So, my friend, thank you. I appreciate you, brother. What is true, boss? You got this. Pat Gordon, Sunshine, I need your help. Kaylin, some people have way too much time on their hands. Super chats on other channels where sometimes the only way I could tell if I was blocked or not, if I was blocked. I don't, we only block people for being disrespectful. I mean, here to here.
That if you can go through that process in your head, like, it was to that
exactly.
If not
that's
worse,
all people
like,
see me for is the use
so
me.
it's not just like
good,
a stabbing situation. It was really like something very sinister.
How do you know that? How do you know that about
Yeah.
Well, I know from Dylan. I know from Dylan.
I don't see it.
So then
He
she saw
told me from what
then you-
Hunter knew. From what Hunter knew.
So it says another witness has bravely come forward. And this is the one everybody's been emailing me about, this dot person. I told you what I thought about them the other night, but you can't get past all the emails that says, please go over this live. Okay, we'll go. You asked for it, so we're going to go over it live. Another witness has bravely come forward. Dot claims to have been partying next door on the night of the murder. She also knows Dylan Mortensen personally. Right. Hey, T-REV, I'm so glad I found you. I'm with you. Thank you. I appreciate you, Miss PJ. Always see the love you're showing. Venus, not me thinking I knew what was being said. Now I'm lost. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Rock girl. Missed you, T. Hey, missed you too, Rock girl. I appreciate you. Tammy, what's going on? Yeah, no, I just don't, we don't need people telling us that, oh, I'm not going to talk to this person if you don't mess with them. And then you see the opposite or hear the opposite and people show you the opposite. It's just goofy, man. And like I said, people have ulterior motives on this and it's like weird. It's weird. But we got a lot of big positive shit coming up. We got Paramount coming up. We got Netflix coming up. We got a bunch of different documentaries that I've been working on. Last night, I worked until my damn fingers were hurting on just editing this documentary. And it doesn't have nothing to do with the Idaho 4 case, this specific documentary. It has everything to do with the Ellen Greenberg case. So I've been working on these documentaries with this better editing program that I just decided to go ahead and get because I do want to do these deep dive-ins on, the documentaries and dive into these cases, especially murder or suicide cases like Ellen Greenberg's, where I think she was absolutely murdered. Other creators block me because they saw me on here and called me out on it. I visit multitude of channels. Yeah, Denise, I see you. And you're legit. You don't care. I mean, you're legit. That's all people have to say. You don't have to. I just hate when people try to extra show. I ride for you. I ride for you. If I see this, I see that. I'm not messing. It's just like, please don't do all that extra shit. Just leave it right where it's at. That's all I'm asking. Don't do all the extra rah-rah show out for everybody that's in here type shit, because people see that. And then when they see opposite, they say something about it. Thank you for your live today. Missing. Fake. All right, so here we go. This is what I was looking for. Fake. Never seen this. I have not seen this video. I've owned my own business for many years and I can smell what folks are up to. Cloud chasing coattail riders have a unique smell. Just saying. You smell jealous. You're funny as hell. Frenchie says it's other creators trying to push their narrative. WSU, Kim, and others. Okay, this is Dot. Yes, I'm pretty sure it is. And I've heard another clip from them that is not this one, but I want to jump into it. Kelly says, T-REV, I have a new theory. It's going to sound crazy, but it's something to think about. Is there any tunnels running under Idaho? Did you email me, Kelly? Because I thought I read something like that. Somebody talked about tunnels, underground tunnels in an email. And I was like, what? Charlene says, remember, T-REV, you didn't need any creator when you first started this channel, so you don't need them now. You have a strong, solid following now and still growing because of your strong moral compass and ethic. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Charlene. Miss PJ, welcome. I appreciate you. So Jeff H was this. Are you talking about playing the guitar over me? I mean, that's besides the point. It's just I just don't like fence riders. That's all. It is what it is. At least we know Todd's good, right? I mean, how can I say this? I have no personal problem with Jeff. I just didn't like the fence riding and still, especially when you said okay, well, if you're not messing with him, I'm just going to leave it there and I'll, you have to work that out and I won't. But, I could just tell what different things I had a different feeling. You hear things and see things. So Texas Angel. Thank you, Cyber. I appreciate you. Shani in the building. Love Shani. This transgender one. You said this is the transgender one. I haven't heard that, Blue Eye Candy. And if we would, let's debunk it together then. Let's keep debunking it because it needs it. Because people are believing this. People are sending this to my email saying that this person is legit and that what they're telling them, what they say in this video is 100% facts. That's what I'm being told in my email. So I decided, hey, we need to go over this. The following is clipped from a call-in live stream hosted by Evil CJ on July 31st, 2023, edited, brevity, and clarity. I believe this person is telling the truth and has no reason to fear or has a reason to fear for her safety. Dylan as a guy. Huh. Lost.
What really triggered me to want to reach out is that there's all this stuff that was coming up about the Lynn Lane footage and if it was real or not real. And I know I know from what I've seen personally that it is real. And there's so much misinformation and it's scary. It's really scary because
that is scary.
It is very scary because what I've seen, what I've seen, that footage is real. The audio, I can't say everything, you know, because I don't know everything, but I can say from what I've seen, the footage is real and it's getting to a point where people are lying back and forth. And I thought maybe that I could, by speaking, that I maybe could give some validity to something. And I guess I didn't think that people maybe not believe me or, I got there before 10 o'clock. And I hung out there. We were playing
Heather,
pong, we were playing
congrats
games.
on 7 months.
We left at like a little after 1:30 to go get more alcohol. And then we came back and then I was there. I fell asleep maybe around 3:30. I woke up in the morning. I woke up around maybe about 8:15, the latest maybe 8:30. And I smoked cigarettes, so I went outside to the balcony to smoke a cigarette because we don't smoke in the apartment. And I seen 5 people outside in the backyard area of the house. There was 3 males and 2 females. One of the
What?
went outside to the balcony.
So I went outside to the balcony to smoke
a cigarette because we don't smoke in the apartment.
So they're pointing at this one, insinuating that it's this apartment that they're smoking at.
And I seen 5 people outside in the backyard area.
So they seen 5 people outside in the backyard area. Okay.
Of the house. There was 3 males and 2 females. One of the males was like very pale and had light colored hair. There was a black male.
Thank you, Obsessed.
There was another guy that I had never really even seen before. That was
hold up again. They said, and this is what a lot of y'all are believing.
There was a black male. There was another guy that I had never really even seen before. That was kind of just like had his hoodie up. I believe I seen Dylan out there. The apartments that I was at, there was a balcony, and if you go to the right of the balcony, the house is literally like next to my shoulder on the right hand side. So it's like
that house.
It's literally there, and we had a lot of people there.
Okay.
Yeah, we were partying just like an average night. We had a lot of people in the apartment. We partied all the time. There was always ruckus going on.
Thank you, Patty. I appreciate you guys. 5 months. So they're saying they seen a black person. Is that so they're insinuating that they seen Demetrius? Is that what they're insinuating? Is that what they're trying to throw back in? Is this Demetrius Emma stuff? So 5 people, and now you notice in the pitch black dark who is who? I don't know.
The neighborhood, you know, for the most part, I never really seen or heard anything that was really strange up until like about 3 a.m. But in the morning, I remember seeing Dylan because I know Dylan, she's taller, so I can kind of pick her out. And I know Emma was there, and Emma's friend, and there was a guy that was also like I said, really pale. I wasn't sure who he was with light colored hair. And there was another guy that had a hoodie on that I couldn't identify. But they were all just literally passing a joint around. because they would wake up and smoke, and they were
T-Rock,
all
what's
smoking.
going
Like,
on?
I would have never guessed anything happened at that house when I woke up that morning until I found out later.
Gotcha,
I didn't leave until like 1:30, but I would have never guessed that anything happened because they were just out smoking like normal, like nothing had happened. Well, at like 3 a.m., a little bit after 3 a.m., this was before I went to bed. We were supposed to, in the apartment that I was at the party, we were supposed to go on the balcony to smoke. We were not supposed to like smoke weed or even cigarettes inside, but some people didn't listen to the people that resided at the apartment, so they would smoke inside anyway. So they would crack like 2 of the windows, like on the right hand side of the apartment. And when they did crack the windows to get the breeze in, to get the smoke out, like there was a lot of stuff that went on it. Like around a little bit after 3, there were a couple of things that I heard that were really disturbing, but.
So they're claiming that they heard something at 3 that was disturbed. Hold on, I gotta hear that one more time.
So they would smoke inside anyway. So they would crack like 2 of the windows, like on the right hand side of the apartment.
Straight bull.
And when they did crack the windows to get the breeze in, to get the smoke out, like there was a lot of stuff that went on it. Like around a little bit after 3, there were a couple of things that I heard that were really disturbing, but I was drunk and I just said, like, in my head I was like, you know what, it's probably.
Are these people sent? Are all these people that come out and end up being who they're not? Are they sent, or are they just? Do you guys think it's just captured the nation and it's brought out everyone? Because I mean, we were long-time listener, Michelle Rich, never smoked drugs. He said never spoke. I mean, are these people that just came out of the woodworks? Are all these people that are coming out the woodworks that completely just say they're one thing and they're the other? You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. I live my shit. I live my life as an open book. Everything. It's completely. I've mentioned it on every live. You could run back and play every live. Like, these people just have so much to hide. Like, if you face your truths, you have nothing to hide. So I just don't understand why these people try to, I'm anonymous, keep me anonymous. Oh yeah, I heard this at 3 and I edited my post on Facebook at 5 and I changed it at 7 and now I got it a subpoena and I'm gotta go into the Idaho courts and testify because I heard this sound. But why are you on YouTube talking about it? We don't believe you. But anyways, we'll proceed to listen and break down this bullshit.
Like, it's probably something really stupid and I'm just overanalyzing it, you know, like in my head I didn't think like, oh, there is something of emergency. When I look back at it now, like it literally tears me up inside because I'm like, could I have done more? Could I have like, did I just bypass something, you know? But it was like scream. It was a scream. There was one scream. It was it literally like it sounded like somebody was being mauled by a bear. Like it was like.
When you heard
when
that?
Did you hear that? When did you hear that?
This was a little bit after 3 a.m.
Okay, so now you want to line everything up. So this person has had time to sit around and build up this story. They've went and listened to every piece of footage out on the Idaho 4Ks, and literally, now they're inserting this story in their head a little bit after 3 a.m. You know, that thing that was heard on that body cam that everybody can go listen to. It's this one right here.
But you know, there's a lot of times
Welcome,
that
Cyber
streams
Ninja.
go on at parties, like really for weird reasons, you know. And so in my head, I want to just tell myself, okay, well, this is a little weird, but even if I thought it was, you know, something maybe to think about, I'm at a party with a bunch of people, and we were smoking weed and we were drinking, and there were people that were doing illegal drugs, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, like, I don't think it is either.
If I would have called the police, I would have gotten everybody at the party in trouble too. I had like so many things weighing in my head. Like if I had done that, and even if I did, I have to tell an officer like, hey, I'm drunk, but I heard this scream. Like, is he even going to believe me? Like, I was really backed into a corner. So, but now that I think of it, like it bothers me because I remember that scream, and it was not.
Yeah, I heard I heard something about that also, and I seen a video pertaining to that.
Normal scream. It was
right.
More.
Marcia, start the cat.
We were playing a game called Two Truths and a Lie, and we were playing beer pong too as well. And I had a friend that went on Instagram Live. It was like 22 minutes She was on in like 18
Penny
of those
Jordan,
minutes.
thank
We were
you.
in the apartment, just like our music was blaring, like all that stuff. There was maybe like about 2 minutes when we were outside and we were recording it, and you know, you can hear something. I don't know if it was something related. You can hear some stuff around 3 o'clock. We had heard they were trying to find Murphy. They were trying to find the dog. But I remember they were calling for the dog. I don't know if the dog was missing.
You know, when I go on Paramount, that's gonna be one of my number one things that I talk about is people inserting. I'm gonna take some of these voicemails. I'm gonna take some of a little bit of everything. I'm gonna talk about that on Paramount when I do this Paramount sleuth thing. I'm gonna talk about the Kims and the people that inserted themselves to be some type of participant in this case, as far as somebody who was directly involved with the case. I think that's going to be an important thing to talk about, because I'm going to take that email that she sent. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about a bunch of different things within the time gap that I have on there. Because yeah, you know, there's a certain time gap. They'll probably record 2-3 hours of stuff and really edit the best 30 minutes. What's going on, Steph Snow? And thank you, Penny Jordan. Again, I appreciate you. Steph Snow says, hey, everyone. D Small says, not Dot, is Braden Riley lively outdated him. OCD says, how can I tell how long I've been a member? Embarrassed to ask, but want to know. You probably been one for about 8 months. OCD, you've been here for a long time. But there's this thing called membership milestone or something in the chat, and you can use that, right? You can click that and hit free membership milestone, and it'll tell you exactly. That's how people are doing it. Pamela, thank you. I miss you too. Thank you. I appreciate you. This lady is out her fucking mind. Papa Sal says. Lucy Sky says, yes, it's Dot. Braden Faker. So a lot of people, let me catch back up to chat and find out here. What's going on, Shelly? Welcome. Danielle says, I know this person is lying. Texas Angel says, debunked now. T-Rock says, Dot is bullshit like so many others that have inserted themselves in this case. Kathy Blank says, not first I've heard or saw this. Been down, but I'm better. Amen. Well, I'm glad you're doing better. Kathy Blanks, you've been around for a while yourself. You've been around for 7 to 10 months, damn near. I know that for a fact. Pickle Toes Grandma says, I don't believe this woman. Her voice is of a older woman, not a college student. K Danielle says, I know this person is lying, right? I kind of take it as that one person who called me that one time. Who was it? Mom Bum. And maybe, I don't know. I'd have to go back and re-listen to the phone call, but it's all these different people that just, they really want to talk about their theories. So these people get so deeply in. They're so much of a liar. They're habitual liars. They literally believe their own lies. You know what I mean? Like, these people believe their own lies. They come up with these things and they start to believe what they're saying. They start believing these lies they put out. Tammy Fletcher, T-REV, who sent this in? A lot of people. Not just one particular person. A lot of people sent this in and said, can we go over it live? I think it's bullshit. Can we go over it live? I believe it. So it was more of a lot of people believing this person rather than not. There was a few that said it was bullshit. And I think when I first started checking it out, which I got to about 8 minutes when I first seen it, and we're now 9 in. So I haven't seen this part that they're talking about. JJ Frank says, this person sounds very old to be partying with college kids. Dot's real name is Riley ? That's what they say. Chris Doheny says, the only black person in Moscow is Demetrius Robinson, of course. I think there would be more, you know. No, he said he woke up at 8:30 a.m. I got you. So Rubber Toe says, looking forward to hearing how this is debunked, because I've mostly just heard she's trans or she's old or whatever, as if that's enough. Dakota Parker says, T-Rev, right after this live with CJ, he and Dago went back over everything. Dot is not real. They never saw any of this. Thank you for keeping me updated. I didn't see that, so I appreciate you letting me know. Miss Potts says she's claiming she saw the 5 around 8 a.m., not when it was dark. Just to clarify. Appreciate you, Miss Potts. Miranda says this is bullshit.
Get the fuck out of here!
That's what Miranda said. Get him up out of here. She left at 1:30 but never noticed the million cops there. Teresa Smith says, I don't trust or believe this person. I watched this.
But I remember
Not
they
at
were.
3?
I'm glad to
Yeah,
I'm glad to see there's not, there's people that actually can see it for what it is, because it is bullshit. It's like the WSU Kim story where she said Xana was pregnant. Brian cut her Kaylee's heart out and took it with him. It's just like those stories. The same. It's the same. It's the same as those weird ass stories. I don't see a balcony, says Butterfly. I don't see a balcony, says Butterfly.
there is like, I don't know if it was Ethan, but
Thank you,
somebody was
Butterfly.
whistling. A male was whistling for the dog. They were looking for the dog at like 3 a.m.
Was that before or after you heard the scream that you said you
It
heard?
was before the screams.
Before. It would have
Yeah.
to be, before.
Just whistling, but we knew
Pamela,
Murphy
what's up?
because when I would party over there, sometimes Murphy would get out, and
Oh shit.
and we kind of knew the dog just as like.
Oh shit. I'm sorry I keep pausing, but I mean we're going over this, right? Denise says Dot is WSU Kim. Thank you, face. It could be any of these people. Justin, Dave, WSU Kim. Dying to get the spotlight, huh? Cheyenne says some flunky that never went to college.
Oh my God!
Can you find the video where Dot hit her camera? We'll have to find it. I mean, send it in. Let's go over all misinformation today. Oh my God, I just can't believe her. Why so many make them part of her? Why so many make them part of this case? Maybe I open the lines after this, Maybe we open up the lines after this and we could talk. OCD says, I love Rev and he should be paid for his work. I'm not asking people. I appreciate people being generous. I do. I appreciate it. Never had seen so many generous people in my life. Bitch it. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Knew the dog.
It was before the
Whistling, but we
scream.
knew Murphy because when I would party over there, sometimes Murphy would get out, and and we kind of knew the dog just as like a neighbor dog. So when we would hear stuff like that, we just presumed that because nobody else really had a dog over there. So I have been in contact with Ann Taylor, her team of people, and I gave her my friend gave her the Instagram, the 22 minutes of that.
Oh, right. I have to pause again. Somebody's Boston Hippie, not somebody. Boston Hippie says she claims they are laundering money. And that's funny you say that because I know where that comes from. It comes from a certain group. And one person out of that group said that to me. They said Christy Gonsalves allegedly was money laundering and the whole ordeal. And this was a snuff film and, Ashland Couch was involved and all these different people were involved. But yet, why is there only evidence pointing towards Bryan Christopher Kohberger and no one else? Why did all these people see stuff but can't show their face, get up on camera, turn their camera on? That you would scared for your life? Stop it. Ain't no cartel out in Moscow, Idaho. Hate to break it to you.
Night, and I've been in contact with her, and everything that I've expressed right now, I've expressed to Ann. We haven't really divulged on like getting deeper and deeper into it, but I've expressed these things to her, and she wants me to. She wants me to actually physically go there to where I was and to show where I was in that time frame and what angle of things that I've seen. And I've been terrified to do so because I'm worried that somebody's going to be filming and they're going to film me and see me. She said we could do it at really late at night.
Yeah, but you can.
There's so much more that I do know, things that have gone on.
You're welcome.
But it's like telling my side. I get the people that believe me, and there's a lot of people that don't. And I understand. I have reached out to the proper people.
How are they not taking you seriously?
So you said you have talked to the FBI too?
I have talked with anybody and everybody that I can talk to that would hear my story and that could do anything for that. I have spoken I have shown, you know, that I was at the apartment that night. I have shown documentations that I was a student there. You know,
She was sent by TNT or he, whoever this is. Is that what you're saying? I'm trying to understand. Cyber Ninja says, we just don't know. It's a hard pill to swallow with the info we have. One person did 2 people in one room at a time without screams, without the 2 living victims hearing. Michelle Rich says, it's also sad. Anonymous says there are safety risks to them. They can't just say what they know. It just doesn't seem like that, you know? Because if you knew all this stuff, why are you on YouTube with it and not going to an official? If there was all this stuff. If there was all this stuff, why would the FBI not be able to uncover it, but yet Joe Schmo can? That's what I fail to understand. Why can't they, you know, if they ended up uncovering some crazy shit, I feel like it would have been uncovered by now. It wouldn't be still sitting around to where people are coming on YouTube and saying these different things, but yet the law enforcement officials know nothing about it. You were my favorite show before Detective Johnny freaked out a few times, told us to leave your show, so we did.
Oh my God!
If you claim it and have testified, then what happened to the gag order? If that's true, you would be part of the gag, in my opinion. That's how I feel with it. What's going on, Aaron? Welcome. TikTok person, but nobody named an account. Nobody has their account or their name or account name. I mean, that's a good point too, but yet I thought I have seen their name, Riley something, and it was out there. I've seen it somewhere before. People mentioned it in this chat. Will Warren says defense is 3 a.m. Witness sigh. Steffi says these people are sick making up these stories. How do you live with yourself? Sick and sad, in my opinion.
I have given proof, and despite doing that, I still don't feel like they have taken me seriously because nothing has happened from that. I mean, they've listened to me, but nobody has like looked at other evidence or anything. They're just going with this like Bryan situation. You know, I know like I was somebody that did drugs like a lot of my friends did, and there was a lot of things with drugs related in the area, and there was a lot of, you know, animosity towards a whole different type of stuff that went on with that. So I personally think just my personal opinion, you know, that it had something to do with Kaylee leaving and them not being happy with her leaving because she still had to continue, you know, what they asked her to do in regards to, you know, the drug situation. They were very upset that she was going to leave and move away and not be a part of it anymore. That's kind of where I think some of it transpired. But that's.
So you think she was the target, the initial target?
I think they were mad. Yeah, I think they were really mad. They found out she was going to be there that night when she, you know, and they were really mad because she was going to be going away and she was a part of helping them, you know, and aiding in their efforts. And so she was.
Stop the cap.
She was really moving away was a big thing for
them. I'm gonna check, Melissa.
There was a lot of stuff that was going on with the frat and Jack, and there was drama. There's so many different things it could be a possibility, but none of them that ever came to my mind was Bryan ever, because I never had seen him. As they said, they said we appreciate leads and stuff, but that they kind of already had what they needed, and they didn't really need any further information.
That's crazy.
Yeah, their agenda.
Hold up. She just said
they kind of already had what they needed, and they didn't really need any further information.
That's crazy.
Yeah, their agenda.
That's wild.
I know people say like, well, why would you give this information? And honestly, I've been comfortable giving the information because there's so much speculation. 90% of the people don't believe me. Anyway,
right.
Even like, and I'm being real when I say this right now, there are so many people that aren't even going to believe me.
What?
So that works to my advantage. Even though I've seen what I've seen, there's a lot of people that will discredit me or say, no, you can't say it's because I was intoxicated and all that stuff. They really kind of threw that out when, like, I expressed to them, like, we were all drunk, you know, a lot of us were high,
this story
and I was very honest with them. It's really hard. It's really hard. Like, especially like reading the comments, like, it's really hard to list, like, to hear people say say things, and to, it's really difficult. It's really difficult to, hear people,
Valerie,
just
4 months.
think, that I would make something. I don't want to be involved with any of this. I never wanted to be affiliated with any of this. The only reason why I reached out for my story was because I have heard so many different things, and I wanted to be a voice of reason, in the sense that I wanted to give somebody a perspective of something that was actually a substance of what was going on, and
No, I think you want to insert yourself.
what I knew and what I had to say to help
Thank you,
the people
Valerie.
that are trying to help this case. I don't want any recognition. I don't want any attention. I don't care after this if anybody ever contacts me again. I'm not about any of that. I just, I see people's work and how hard they try to work to solve this.
Thank
And
you, Jude.
and I'm like, you know what, if I'm able to tell a little bit of what happened, and that maybe could be something that could help anybody else to investigate, then I feel like I kind of made it right, because I should have maybe called at 3 a.m. when I heard what I heard, but I didn't. So I feel like I'm making it right.
You should have called at 3 a.m. when you heard what you heard.
Stop the cap.
By doing that, but I don't want any recognition. I don't want any, I don't want any of that.
That's why you're up there, though, talking. I don't want no recognition. I don't want any of that.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name's Captain Rob Reynolds.
What is this one? Kidnapped woman escaped cinder block cell. Oh, I heard about that. That shit's crazy. Yeah. So what you just seen was a person that claims that they heard shit. I don't know. I'd love to hear from you, though. 219-885-9693. Make sure you call in. Let's hear from you. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa. Very important. Hell yes. I'd love to hear people's opinion on that. 509, what's on your mind?
Hey, T-REV, it's Melissa.
What's going on, Melissa?
So I sent you an email with the debunked video of Dot, and her real name, or his, is Braden, and they're trans. They're 36 years old, and they don't even live in Moscow. They live in Wisconsin somewhere.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I just emailed you the video, like, I don't know, like 3 to 5 minutes ago.
So so they actually been debunked.
Yeah, they have. The person, when you said the name Riley came about because Riley is the one that actually debunked said person. Because she is on TikTok and does true crime on there, and she was exposing Brat along with Dot and all that crap. So I sent you the debunked video. Jules of All Trades posted it, and Riley's little clip of where Braden shows themselves. And on a totally different note, did you happen to see the email of the guy that they're claiming killed Kayla? Also took out another person called Heather. I can't remember what her last name is.
Let's see. Where is that at? Let me find that. You said they claimed to kill who?
So the guy that the DNA that was found with Kayla, remember how he's in jail for attacking another woman, and they're trying to get him charged for Kayla's death?
Right.
Well, they're trying to say that he more than likely has a connection with another blonde-haired woman just like Kayla, and her name's Heather. And he claimed to have disclosed where he buried her body or left her somewhere, and they're trying to get him to confess to it, but nothing's been made out of yet. But that's the other thing besides Kayla. So he's in jail right now for attacking a woman, and then they have the DNA, his DNA when Kayla was found, and then they're pretty sure that he took out this other girl named Heather too. But I just wanted to give you a call and let you know that I sent you that Dot video, and you should pull it up. That way we can debunk your ass and get the fuck out of here.
No doubt.
All right, man. Much love.
Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate you. Definitely email me that again, though. The other one, because I don't see it. It's not in here.
All right. All right, I'll do that.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Melissa.
Yep. Bye-bye.
God bless. Shout out to Melissa. I appreciate it. 219-885-9693. What's your thoughts? I don't know. I think these people inserting themselves so much in this case. It's like, when will we see you on Paramount? It is all being set up still. Shout out to Jennifer, though. Shout out to Jennifer Coffindorfer for putting me on. Danky says the inserters are everywhere. T-REV, they are on every panel, on every channel. It's spreading misinformation in their narrative. It's wild. I see the video that they sent, that Melissa sent. It's right here. Let's go back to page 1. I mean, I think it's just insane how many people insert themselves into this case. It really is. Looking for another one because I don't even want to play that, because I know somebody that's suing that creator, or that is, you know, I don't even want to say. I'm not even going to say. Thank you, AJ. I appreciate you. Throw Glitter says this issue's just whack. Stay humble. Yes, it needs awareness because it needs to stop. It's becoming hard to trust anyone, says stay humble and kind. I mean, for instance, just take my channel for an example. If you look at all the people that have came out that just are like, look, me, you know, you had Kim and several different people, whether it's from of pushing the narrative of it's, you know, a drug cartel. There's all these different people involved, to even the good side. You have people that are lying from the good side that are trying to say, oh, you know, I was really, you know, Xana called me grandma, or G-Mon, she called me this, and, you know, I have all these videos of her, and they're not, you know, they're clearly not. As we've had somebody that is a very good friend with Jeff, which is Xana's dad, and that is Todd, who is on the show. He's been on the show about 3 or 4 times already. So, I mean, this is a guy that hangs out with Xana's dad, who Xana was in her, you know, in his gymnastics class, and best friends with his daughter, Sydney, who both sat here with their camera on, and you can go and find news clips on them being on the news. So when these people come out with these outlandish stories talking about, I knew them, I knew that, I just turn to one person who knows something about it and say, hey, is this true? Hell no, it's not. So, I mean, like, these people, a lot of these people have been debunked already, and people are still showing them attention. It's like we just watched this Dot video, and we know I mean, come on now. That shit didn't even make sense. We just listened to 17 minutes full of something that didn't make any sense whatsoever. Dot is sending bad vibes to everybody, any female or trans. Hold on, let me pop this up too for you guys. Let me pop that up for you guys. Just Joe, 8 months. Wow. 219-885-9693. Let's hear from you. What is your thoughts on all these people inserting themselves in this case? I feel like, honestly, you know, we gotta, like, I'm almost at the point to, should we keep covering this case, or should we wait till some more stuff comes out and go to other cases? There's just so many inserters. Papa Sal. I mean, what's your guys' thoughts? I'll be looking for your thoughts. Let me put up this vote poll too, because should we move on? Case or the light? Yes. Okay, here we go. It won't let me add it for some reason. It says your question is too long. I'm just curious. All right, here we go. I want to see what you guys say on this. I'm gonna watch the votes on this one. It says sorry rap lyrics. Thank you, Steph Snow. I appreciate you. Bing bong. You know what? We even like this better. So I thought DJ was knowledgeable, but he was always right and inserted his politics and social views into his commentary. Damn. So the Puff 7 months. Thank you. I appreciate you. Some chicks don't get attention they want from their husbands or kids, so they start making shit up. That's wild. I'm gonna watch this vote poll for a minute because I'm curious. Should we move on till there's more in this case or keep covering the Idaho 4? Yes, as in move on, and no. Pickle Toes Grandma's a fantastic username. Fit Dot is not real. It was exposed in a live camera went on and she showed her face, said it. I'm looking for that video. So let me see if I can find that the exposed one. Somebody emailed it to me, but I can't find it. I found the one, but I don't even want to play that person, to be honest with you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't even, that just Don, thank you. Even though I'm usually a lurker. So late was out visiting with my mom. Hi to everyone. Mucka 77. I don't believe that story person is much older sounding. Let's get back to actually looking at, one of the latest updates here. I'm sure a lot of you seen. Let's pull it from here.
Alibi from alleged murderer Bryan Kohberger, the man accused of killing 4 college students.
I want to know why they took that down too. Hi, Papa Sal. It's bullshit. I gotta know, says Braden, not Riley. So it's Braden. It's insane. I saw a video of Demetrius being arrested and he does not look African American. In my opinion, he was more Russian. What? Jeeper says so true. I know people who lie all the time and they really believe their lies. Kind of sick. Damn, I must be really behind. I am super behind. And CR, thank you. I appreciate you.
Last November, Kohberger now says he was all alone the night of the murders, going for a late-night drive. With an alibi like that, experts say Kohberger himself may have to take the stand.
I think Kohberger has to testify to get the information exactly the way they want it in this motion.
28-year-old Kohberger is charged in the quadruple murder that shocked the nation when 4 University of Idaho students were found stabbed to death in their off-campus home on November 13th of last year. Investigators used DNA recovered from a knife sheath left at the crime scene to connect Kohberger to the case. In late December, he was arrested at his parents' home in Pennsylvania.
Detectives arrested 28-year-old Bryan Christopher Kohberger in Albrightsville, Pennsylvania, on a warrant for murder of Ethan.
Chief Fry actually sounds choked up in this one.
Zana, Madison, and Kaylee.
Surviving roommates of the victims later admitted to seeing a suspect in their home the night.
Whoa. We got new documents. We got new documents right here. Hold up. Notice of filing affidavit in support dropped today. So there's new documents in the case. I just seen this. No, I'm an adult over 18. Hold on, let me see what's in here. Attached as genetic genealogist, I have clear understanding of how genetic genealogy works. I have developed tools that are in widespread use by genealogy practitioners. Genealogy is best described as the use of DNA to evaluate biological relationships. There are 3 categories of genealogical DNA test: Y chromosome DNA, direct paternal line only; mitochondrial DNA, direct maternal line only; and autosomal DNA. In all branches of a pedigree, a genetic genealogist integrates information before this DNA test with genealogical documentation to reveal or corroborate relationships. So what are they saying? I want the meat and potatoes out of this. So what are they trying to say in here? Let's keep going. So it says, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything before I go down here, because this is where the document really starts at. I am an adult over the age of 18. I have personal knowledge of the facts set forth in this affidavit. I have been engaged as an expert in the above entitled matter since July 27th, 2023. I am a genetic genealogist, have practiced genetic genealogy since 2014. My educational background is a bachelor's degree in biology and a PhD in botany. So it says my circulum vitae is what? Now let's get to the meat and potatoes, because I want to see. It says genetic genealogy primarily uses autosomal DNA tests that were originally designed for biomedical research. Since 23andMe brought their health tests to the consumer market in late 2007, Family Tree DNA, Ancestry DNA, MyHeritage, and a handful of smaller companies have launched their own genetic genealogy products. These companies all provide genealogy tools to their customers on their websites and also produce a raw DNA data file that the customer can download. The raw data file contains the genetic profile for that customer. This genetic profile is not the same as an STR profile that is commonly uploaded to CODIS in a forensic DNA analysis. It says most of the human genome is identical across all people. So it says only the DNA positions that vary between individuals are useful for genealogy. Now it says these variable positions are called single nucleotide polymerisms, whatever. SMP pronounced SNP. The direct-to-consumer genealogy companies use a type of test called a microarray that samples roughly 600,000 of these DNA SNPs. Unlike the STR markers used for matching in CODIS, SNPs can convey information about medical and physical traits as well as biological relationships to close and distant cousins. So it says a microarray SNP profile is sometimes called a kit. Once the lab test, hold up, let's go ahead and zoom in for you guys, and let me take this off real quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So it says a microarray SNP profile is sometimes called a kit. Once the lab test is complete, the genealogy company compares the new kit to those already in its database, looking for long stretches of SNPs that are compatible. The company then presents these matches in a list sorted by the amount of shared DNA measured in symptom organs. It seems like abbreviated CM. So a standard DNA microarray requires approximately 200 ng of quality DNA. That quality and quantity is often not available from crime scenes or degraded human remains. Instead, specialized laboratories can generate an SNP profile through a more complex process. First, they attempt to sequence the entire genome using the next generation sequencing, NGS, technology. This technology works a bit like skimming while reading a document. On the first pass, NGS technology will not capture all of the data, and it may make mistakes. NGS. So it says involves repeated passes called coverage to get more accurate results for human genome sequences. 30 times to 50 times coverage is recommended. 9. Once the NGS file is obtained, it must be manipulated through bioinformatics to make it compatible with the genealogy databases. The extra data may be stripped out to just the SNPs that the genealogy companies test and missing or ambiguous data must be inferred using statistical methods. The kit is then uploaded to genealogy database and evaluated. A poor quality kit might have too few matches, or it might have phantom matches that are not real. So it's measures up of, or so again, it says too few matches, or it might have phantom matches that are not real measures of relationship. I get what they're saying now. Often the bioinformatics step must be repeated. This trial and error process can take several tries to produce a kit that works well in genealogy database. So 10, only GED match, family tree DNA, and some smaller entities allow crime scene and human remains samples to be uploaded. The terms of service at Ancestry, DNA, 23andMe, and MyHeritage prohibit forensic investigative genetic genealogy in their databases. However, in the absence of effective oversight, forensic genetic genealogists are on honor system. So they're on an honor system to obey the terms of service and the Department of Justice intern policy on forensic genetic genealogy. 11, each of the genealogy databases compares the user's DNA data to all of the other data files in their databases, then presents a list of DNA matches who share meaningful amounts of DNA. The match list includes the match's name or alias, how much DNA they share in centrum organ. What is that? Centum organs. So it's centum organs, and occasionally a link to a family tree that the match has voluntarily provided. So I'm guessing they got it through that database, Ancestry DNA, the one you see the commercial for all the time. Is that how they caught Bryan Kohberger? I'm pretty sure that's what they're saying in here. So it says the genetic genealogy databases are sealed from one another, whatever that means. I need to look this word up because I ain't even privy to it. What does that word mean? SILOED. I need to find out what that means. So this word means of a system process department, isolated from others. Managers have been told to break down the walls between siloed applications. Past tense. Okay, I get it. I get what it means. Isolate one system, process, department, etc. from others. Had to look that up because I don't know that word from Jupiter. If you test at Ancestry DNA and your sibling test at 23andMe, you will not be matched to one another because you are not in the same database. GED Match is a third-party site that functions as a genetic genealogy commons. A user can upload their raw DNA data file from their testing company and find matches to people who uploaded to GED Match from different companies. Like GED Match, Family Tree DNA, and MyHeritage also allows uploads of raw data files. Ancestry DNA, 23andMe do not. Okay, so what are you guys insinuating here? See all this? This is just stuff from their site, I'm pretty sure. So it says 13, broadly speaking, the DNA two people share, the more closely they are related. The correlation is not perfect, though. Any given centum organ amount can represent more than one. And I need to look that word up too, actually. Let's see what that word means, because I want to make sure that we understand this. Centum organ definition. Centum organs. Let's see. Centum organ meaning. We want to know the meaning to that word because, you know, a lot of us don't get it. Let's see. Centum organ. It says in genetics, a centum organ is a unit for measuring. Okay. That makes sense. A unit for measuring. So it says, again, broadly speaking, the more DNA two people share, the more closely they are related. The correlation is not perfect, though. Any given centum organ amount can represent more than one possible relationship. The testing companies suggest probable relationships, but experienced genetic genealogists typically use the online shared CM tool shown at right for a hypothetical match of 200 SM. To see mathematical probabilities of different relationships for a given centum organ amount, Note that there are nearly 20 possible relationships listed for a match of 200 S or cm, which is considered a fairly close match. So it says 14. Adoptees have used genetic genealogy DNA tests to identify their biological families for roughly 15 years now. The same methods used for people with an unknown percentage can be used to identify forensic samples from a crime scene or unidentified human remains. Unlike standard forensic STR tests, which are used to identify individuals, genetic genealogy testing identifies possible relatives. Wow, interesting. 15. Let's see who this is calling. $209 or $509. What's going on?
Hi. I was just thinking if there isn't any of Bryan's DNA in the house, that's going to be a real problem, because he could say that he was a Voyager and was up in there watching, and by the time he got back to his car, his knife had been stolen.
Right.
If there's no DNA in the house, I think he could probably get away with it.
A unit for measuring.
But that's, I mean, they found it on the knife sheath.
Right. But if he says by the time he, that he goes up in the woods and he watches, but then he saw somebody coming out or going in, and then he ran back to his car and the whole knife and sheath were missing.
I hear an echo in your background. I can't really. Can you turn the echo down for me? I can't really hear much. I hear myself talking in the background. If you don't mind, please.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, with a crime scene like that, if he's got to have DNA there, but if by chance, a very slight chance that there isn't his DNA in that house, you could say, yeah, he's up in the woods watching and whatnot, and saw somebody coming in or going out and freaked out and ran back to his car, and his knife and the sheath were missing, But I'm just saying, if there's absolutely no DNA in that house, and I find that hard to believe that there wouldn't be, because it's such a gross crime scene and awful.
Oh yeah, I mean, just imagine. I can only imagine how bad it is. I mean, and we're gonna hear about it more at trial, also. But
does that make sense that if there's absolutely nothing of his in there, that he could say he ran back to his car and his knife and his sheath were gone?
That would sound crazy as hell.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it? It would sound crazy as hell if you were a juror.
He could admit to being up in the woods and watching and everything, and this guy came flying out of there and he got freaked out and he ran back to his car and his knife and his sheath were missing. But that'd be if there was absolutely nothing of his DNA in there, and I find that hard to believe with the blood spatter and all that all over the place, but there's got to be something. Especially Kaylee being a true crime buff, that's one thing she would probably remember, to leave some kind of evidence of
Leave
him
something behind, right?
fighting with him, right? Clawing or whatever she did. What a nightmare. But there was just a thought. So thanks for letting me vent.
Absolutely, anytime. I was like, hold up, what did you mean? I get what you're saying now. That'd be crazy as hell, though. Was it if you were a juror and you heard that? Man, my neck is missing out the car.
Admits to being a voyeur and sitting up there and watching, and just the wrong night for him. But he had been all those other 11 times or 12 times. He had been up in the woods, and then he's watching, and some freakazoid was going in there, so he got freaked out and ran back to his car, and his knife and his sheath were missing.
That'd be wild as hell. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's
got to be a piece of him in there. There's just got to be. But
I think there's more. I think there's more DNA. I think if it, he would definitely, especially when you commit 4. Were they sleeping like the coroner originally said, or were one of them or 2 of them awake? Because when I went back and did a deep dive on those pressers, that 1 second presser, the guy specifically said, and was it Captain Lanier said word for word that some of the victims had defense wounds. So
Right.
to say defense wounds shows some type of struggle.
You know, there's just, I think there's something to it about Vanna coming to the kitchen, and maybe Ethan was standing down there in the doorway when the unliver came down the stairs and saw Ethan and got rid of him, and then Vanna come around the corner and was whimpering, and he said, "I'm here to help you," after she had seen what he had done, so she wouldn't scream, and then did her in. But it just seems like Ethan went before Vanna, and that maybe she was seeing what he had done, and then he says, "I'm here to help you," because she started to freak out, and just to calm her down. Yeah, like, I really want your help with your mask on and everything, you know. I wish she could have screamed to where Dylan could hear her say, "Call 911," you know, something, but nobody screamed, evidently. So he either, or I don't know how he subdued him, showed him a gun, but then that leaves both hands with some kind of object, and that'd be a little rough. But each time he did somebody in, his knife probably got duller, and that's why the wounds were so different from victim to victim. But oh my God, he's just, if it's him, he's got to go bye-bye. You know?
For sure, no doubt. I'm looking at because the document that we're reading now, which is a
Yeah.
new document that just came out today.
Right.
Let's see.
I have you on hold because otherwise I can hear both of us. So
No,
I'll have
yeah,
to
right.
look and see what we've said.
But
it was just a thought. I mean, if there's absolutely no DNA of his in the house besides the sheets, then to me, he could say, you know, he ran back to the car and is gone, but admits to watching them all those times. Something along those lines. It just seems like he could get out of it. Although I think that I don't think he's going to live anywhere safely if he did get off on this. There's just no safe place for him, you know. And as far as Moscow's concerned, I live in Spokane, so my stepmom was from Moscow and Uniontown and all that, and they take it to heart, man. As far as they're concerned, they got their guy. They want this done. You know, it's a small town. It's like where Rosanna from Post Falls. It's kind of like that. Real close-knit community, and they think they got their guy. And the true crimers that think he's innocent or framed or any of that, it just doesn't make sense. And that part needs to stop, I think.
Yeah.
But like you said, we'll find out at trial. You know, that's going to be the true thing. But I don't think also that that they're going to plea bargain at all. You know, I don't think the death penalty's on the table to plea bargain. I don't think they're going to plea bargain. They don't want him amongst this. You know, he shouldn't probably be on the planet. I hate to say that about people, but come on, look at the situation. That's just, it's terrible. Terrible for the families and terrible for the surviving roommates, the surviving victims, I should say.
It's a great point that somebody made in chat. Lana says, this is a classic example of what happens when a case has a gag order. Well, yep, I think you're witnessing it. I mean, there's glimpses of that in the Delphi case also. So
exactly. But if all the information, I mean, I have a feeling the information did get out, it would be negative against Bryan. It probably wouldn't be a fair trial. They might have to take it somewhere else anyway. I mean, it has prevented that, but it's also made up a lot of conspiracy theories that absolutely don't make sense. You know, use your brain here. It's dumb. Some of them are just dumb. Yeah, I'm serious.
I
It's
know,
like,
I know you are. I listen to your voicemails every time. I know you leave voicemails every time I'm on panels. I hear you. I notice your voice too.
yeah, it's 509. I know I've always had kind of a
509. What's on your mind?
my name, but
Thank you.
I watch your show all the time. And that's the first thing I put on when I see that you're up there because I stream. My husband decided to rip out cable, so well, it's like $250 a month, and I just what I watch anyway. So then every time I see T-REV, I just log on there. I'm just so surprised to be talking to you and not a recording. But
Not the recording, right?
yeah. So anyway, those are my thoughts. I don't know if there's anything to it, but I hope they got the right guy. If he did it, then it is as it should be. I imagine he's scared to death, but who cares? Who cares what he's feeling if he's the one that did it? You know.
Attention is a hell of a drug, says Meg.
Yeah, he had to have subdued them somehow.
Well, they're going after this DNA in some way with this last file dropping. They're trying to talk about these ancestry.com and you see those on the commercials, etc.
Right. Yeah, my mom did that, and so did my best friend. But that should be protected. I mean, it really shouldn't be out there, but that's something you sign it when you first do it, you know. But on one of the comments, Bryan said he had submitted when he was talking to the neighbor in the hallway. He asked the neighbor if he's ever submitted to that, and his neighbor said no, and he said, well, I have. I don't think it named which one, but Bryan admitted that he had. So I'm surprised they didn't find it at the beginning, but I don't know which one he submitted to, but he's talking with the neighbor. It has a clip of it and says that he did submit to one of the sites. I'm surprised that didn't come up in the very beginning.
So when he was talking with the neighbor, he said that? I don't remember hearing that.
Yeah.
I missed it.
Yep. The one neighbor that invited him to swim school, they were out talking, and he said, have you ever submitted your DNA? And the guy said no, and he said, I have. That's one of the clips. But I don't think he named which one. So I'm surprised they didn't find that. Like when they put him into the CODIS and all that other, that they didn't find him in one of those sites. But he said he had submitted. So he's just kind of had problems from the beginning. I think, not getting the job. I thought that I heard that he had been beat out by two females, which even makes it worse for the job, for the internship with the cop thing. The two females got it, which make matters worse. But I think all in all, he wanted to level the playing field. He had gotten razzed by chicks in high school. Then he started thinking he was all that, losing weight and strong and authoritative and gonna go teach this Idaho community how big and how smart he was. Gonna show them a thing or two, and at the end, catch me if you can. How smart are you? I seem to be a little smarter because I can scrub my car. He probably had that luminol when he went into his car to clean it, so his car lights up with everything he needs to scrub down. He had access to that stuff in school. But I really think he wanted to level the playing field with the girls and the Moscow police. How close was he to the police department that night? If he did it, like right around the block, you could see the police department. And if he could have just got out, they could have just got out one scream to let Dylan know of all the things she heard. Call 911 now. Lock yourself, lock the door, and call 911. Or they all had doors. I mean, I wish, of course, we wish Vanna could have ran in and closed and locked her door. But he did leave the slider open, evidently, for them to say somebody's here. Whoever said that, the slider was left open. So maybe that's how they knew somebody was there, because the door's open. There is still something to that front door being open at 8:30 in the morning. Whether he tried to go back in or maybe, I don't know, turn around, because Dylan didn't see him walk out the slider. She saw him walk towards it.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't see him walk out. So if he could have changed his mind, what little mind he has, to go out the front where they think Bethany saw a naked guy, that was all the mirror,
Right.
whatever that is from, I don't know, the United Kingdom or whatever that put that out. But, we don't know what Bethany saw or heard, or that's going to be interesting. But, to want a pretrial again so that they can rake these two girls across the coals.
That's what they want.
That's exactly what they want. Oh, you really didn't see these bushy eyebrows, or I think that Jeff H. had a real good thing about that step, that maybe he was looking down a little bit. But also, Greg Hughes, he thinks that he went in there to unlive all of them, all the roommates, and Dylan and Bethany and Santa and all 5 of them. He thinks that he went in there for that, but didn't get that done. So I mean, for Dylan to be standing right there, she's so lucky. That is just unreal that if he is carrying that knife right there in he's right-handed, but that'd be to his left, but just one swoop would have taken her out if he saw her. But it was so well planned. Maybe he had just that timeline, and that was it. Had to get out of there. I just hope to God there's something that he left behind to save him. It might be all kinds, but they're not going to put a death penalty on the line with just a sheet. Come on now, they're going to have way more than that. Even if it's not the car or the office, he had 6 weeks to clean all that stuff. But they're not going to use a death penalty for a knife sheet. That's just, Thompson.
I think they got other stuff. Honestly, I think they got other stuff. They're not just using this knife sheath, But I do appreciate you calling in. I'm gonna give some more people some.
It's so good to talk to you. I love your show, and you have a good night.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you calling in. You always call in and leave very good voicemails, and now I finally got to talk to you. So
yes, it's been real.
Thank you. I can't wait to hear from you again.
Okay, bye.
Lock your doors.
I always do, even in the daytime.
Lock your doors and stay safe. God bless you, man.
Okay, God bless you. Bye-bye.
219-885-9693. I don't know. These said Mark Willis says keep covering it. There's only 3 or 4 channels that use logic. One of them. Thanks for your hard, honest work. Thank you. I appreciate you, Mark. 951, what's going on? You're live. Papa Sal.
I gotta say, it's been such a long time. I'm a little nervous, believe it or not.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
What's going on, Papa?
Let me. I got so much to say about the shit that's been going on, and I gotta hold my friggin' tongue. But oh man, I could do a fucking hour doing this shit. But listen, these people that are saying that they were killed somewhere else and dragged to the fucking house, why are we even putting up with these fucking people? Why? And all these people that are bad-mouthing the fucking victim, really? Let's wait until the trial is over, then say what you gotta say. Why the fuck are you bad-mouthing the victim? I can't stand that. It bugs the shit out of me. And when they come after you, I don't like that. That fucking Johnny, that fuck, I don't even want to call him a dick detective. That fuck, he's an asshole. Always was. I told you that a long time ago. Didn't like that fucking guy. Just like Scarface, with that guy hanging from the helicopter. I never liked that fucking guy. Oh my God.
Get the fuck out of here!
That's my thing right there. Get the fuck out of here. But there's so much. I mean, shit, it's been such a long time since I've talked to you, you know, since I've been on. I got so much to say. And listen, and this is just me, by the way. Don't be throwing rocks, okay? This is just my opinion of what went on.
Mm-hmm.
Look, these people, there was two in a room, okay? I believe he had one, maybe two in mind. He didn't go there to kill all four fucking people. I could almost guarantee that, but that's my opinion, okay? You going in and you're killing somebody, or you're starting to stab. Let's take Ethan, for instance. Whether he was laying on the bed or whether he was eating Kentucky Fried Chicken, whatever the fuck he was doing, he had to be the first in that room. He was the biggest threat. Now, you're going to tell me that Xana wasn't going to scream when she seen what was happening to him? Come on. Come on. Don't tell me they died quietly in bed. Shut the fuck up. Are you kidding me?
Damn.
Don't say that. And then you got Maddie upstairs, a little drunk. She's on the bed probably. Okay. I think Kaylee was in her room watching TV. She heard what was going on with Maddie, and she came out, shut the door so Murphy wouldn't get out, and she went to help her. And he flipped her over on the bed. That's how he lost the fucking sheet, and just killed her too. I mean, okay, these are just what I feel are logic. I try to put myself in this prick fucking place, which is very hard to do because I'm not that way. But I try to do it. I think he went down the hill. Okay? And what did he see? The sliding door. He checked it. That's what I would have done. I would have checked the sliding door. Seen it was open. Wasn't open to open, but it was unlocked. So he goes in. This is going to be easier than I thought. And does what he does, whether it be downstairs, upstairs. The confusing part to me is that he passed Dylan's room 3 fucking times. 3 times. That blows me away. Like, why didn't he check that door? He was there. Why? Not to say that she had anything to do with it. Again, I am not victim blaming, and she is just as much as a fucking victim as anybody else, the people that died. So she's got to live with this for the rest of her life. She came face to face with a fucking monster. Okay? A monster. I got that good vibe sign in my room, and I turned the lights out at night. That thing glows. That thing glows. When he came around the corner and that light was on, that lit up his silhouette. She could describe he was 6 foot something.
Yeah.
Whatever build she said he was. And the mask on his face.
Right, the mask on the face. Yeah, I get that. I definitely get I get what you're saying, Papa Sal.
I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry.
He was showing me an old school Johnny Lightning card.
Oh wow!
I
haven't heard that name in a long time.
It's an old school Johnny Lightning card. He was showing it to me.
Wow, Johnny Lightning. I even remember the commercials. Johnny Lightning. Johnny Lightning. You don't want me to sing, trust me.
Johnny Lightning.
Um,
You were in a band though.
But do you know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Terry. Yeah, no, I'm hearing you.
Are you good? Are you listening? Or I got to come there and punch you in the fucking face?
Keep going. I'm hearing you.
Well, let me have to break every bone in your face, okay?
Tell him.
But you get what I'm saying? Come on. There's no way. You got two people in a room. He's knifing one. The other one's not going to scream. You don't think Kaylee screamed while Maddie was getting it?
I don't know. What if what if there was no screams? Or what if there was just a little bit of struggle to barely anything came out and he went for kill spots and you know what I'm saying? Or covered hand, hand over the mouth or anything like that.
But this guy, he lost the job. You know, then you get these people that say, oh, you know, he could slice a fucking this, he could slice that. He was good with a knife. The motherfucker lost his job trying to cut fish.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Really? Okay. And as far as poor Buddy is concerned,
right?
That dog was fucking sliced down the middle and skinned with a friggin' his fur over his face. Come on. That was done by somebody that knew what the fuck they were doing. Whoever did this, okay? Let's take Brian's name out of it. Let's just say the killer. He just went in there on a rage. When he seen he had, whoa, there's a big guy here, which is another thing. The guy had balls, whoever it was. I mean, you got a parking lot in the front loaded with cars.
Mm-hmm.
You know the girls are in there. You don't think they got their boyfriends that are football players maybe? Maybe there's football player fucking boyfriends in there. You got balls to go in there at 4 o'clock in the morning with a knife. He's lucky that there was only one guy there. And he was a big guy. He towered over fucking fuckface. Okay? He towered over him. So, I don't know. It just bothers me that they're making this complicated. And it's not. It's not. For whatever reason, this guy did what he did. That's the thing that I want to know. I want to know the motive. Why? Why did he do this? This is disgusting what he did. That's what I want to know. It fucking drives me nuts. And don't tell me it was because he didn't answer his Instagram. Come on.
Haters gonna hate. My opinion is I have heard other creators and the narratives they are pushing out is bullshit. Not like you keep it real honest. You're very humble. You're not egotistic like these others. I'm sure the whole family can agree. It was not about pushing a narrative. It's about reading the documents. I mean, the documents tell you the story.
Right. And who are you going to believe? Steve or somebody on a YouTube channel? Who are you going to believe? Christy or some fucking body that? Come on. It's so ridiculous. It's so simple.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have to go upstairs. Why would this father say that? He didn't have to go upstairs.
Also, why did he say that Kohberger or whatever touched the Wi-Fi?
Right.
What you know what I mean?
He knows a lot more than we do. A lot more. The both of them do. And they're probably told big time to keep it down. All right, you've already made a couple of comments. Lay low. Don't be saying anything else. You're going to hurt the case. And you know what? When this guy first did this, when we first found out, everybody wants to talk about how long they've been here. I've been here since November. Remember you helping me get on?
Yep.
November. I've been here 8 months. And I plan on staying here another fucking 8 months. But remember when this first happened and we didn't know who it was?
Yeah, I remember. I mean, we were all over the place.
It's going to be somebody we don't even know. Sure as shit. This guy comes out of nowhere. Who the fuck is he? Okay? Why are people making it so complicated? Why? It's not. There was a reason he wanted somebody in that house dead. Okay? There was a reason.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't plan on the other three. You know, and Dylan again, getting up 3 times. 3 times. So the first time she gets up, she thinks he's playing with the dog. He opens the door. I don't know whether she said anything, but people are saying that she was like, no, keep it down up there. I'm trying to sleep or whatever. Goes and lays back down. She hears more fucking noise. She gets up a second time. Doesn't see anybody. Goes back down. Gets up a third time. And hears somebody say, don't worry, I'm here to help you. Or there's somebody in the fucking house, whatever she heard. But she came face to face with this fucking animal.
Amen.
Face to face. And that's scary. That's going to haunt her for the rest of her days. Especially, no. And look at the poor fucking hub truck guy or whatever the fuck he's called. The guy delivering the tacos or whatever the fuck they were eating.
Hello, is this hi?
How would you like to be him? I mean, he just missed it.
Right.
He just missed it. Go ahead, buddy. I could talk for fucking ever, but listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to Papa. Okay? Don't let these motherfuckers get you down. Okay? They're jealous. Jealousy does shit to people. Whether you're in a relationship or you're jealous of somebody's car or house, jealousy fucks people up. Don't let them do that to you. And don't listen to somebody say, I love you, and then you see them do something different. No. Sometimes I feel you're creating your own fucking headache. Get rid of these motherfuckers. Get rid of them. Let's go back to November when this was a happy place. This was great. Then you had Freckles and fucking, what's her name? Skittles. The dilemma with no change. Okay? And I'm thinking to myself, well, all right, everybody's got their family problems, you know? But it just kept going, man. It just kept going. Don't let it go. And the mods you have are fantastic. Fantastic mods. They're such kind-hearted, good people. And they love you. They do. They love you. Let them, you tell them what to do, and they'll do it. Without a doubt.
Smoke all these goofies. I also got to go through.
Hey, everybody. Welcome.
I got to go through the thing on what's it called? About to remove a lot of people out of there.
Get rid of them. Get rid of them. We don't need that shit.
That's a fact.
We don't need it. You're gone. You're 86. You're out. That's all.
I see the email she sent. Now this is about this. I think this guy makes.
Tell me to shut the fuck up, and I will.
You good, Papa. I appreciate you calling in.
I love you, pal.
I love you, pal. Too. I'll shoot you a call.
Yeah. I love you.
I love you
I
back,
love everybody here, pal. You guys are the best family. I got so lucky. My first online family, and you guys are the fucking best. I got so lucky. I wish I was that lucky in my marriage. That fucking bitch. You know what I mean? All right. Goodbye, pal.
Yeah, I love you.
Hey, get rid of me. You know, get the fuck out of here.
All right, Papa.
I love you.
All right, I'll talk to you.
Bye-bye.
Lock your doors. Shout out to Papa Sal. All right, so somebody sent me an email. I seen it. It says, I think this guy makes a great observation on a subject that always creeped me out. I think this could very well be BK, and I wonder if this will be some of the rain cam footage the state could be holding on to. I think it's BK. So creepy. All right, I'll check that out in 1 second. Now they're just arguing the DNA on here. Department of Justice. They're arguing the DNA on this new document, and I'm peeping the other document because it was removed from the website. And now all of a sudden it's put back on today. So, like, did they change their wording? Okay, it still says the same thing. Mr. Kohberger has long had a habit of going for long drives alone. Often he would go for drives at night. He did so late on November 12th and into November 13th, 2022. Mr. Kohberger is not claiming to be at a specific location at a specific time. At this time, there is not a specific witness to say precisely where Mr. Kohberger was at each moment of the hours between late night November 12th, 2022 and early morning November 13th, 2022. He was out driving during the late night and early morning hours of November 12th and 13th of 2022. So what did they change in this statement? Or why was it taken down from the website? That's what I'm curious about. CKI, let me talk to your boss. Thank you for the 4 months. I appreciate you. All right, so I got the video that they sent me. That Blue Eye Candy actually sent me. And it looks like it's of old AKA Dr. Thrifty talking about this. I see what you sent me. And we'll definitely check it out. So they're arguing the DNA on here. That's what I'm getting. They're arguing the DNA on the new documents. Let me get to here because I done missed so much shit coming through. I got your email. Thank you. I appreciate you. Eastern Grove, 4 months. Thank you, Walot Harris. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Penny Jordan. Thank you. Leanne says treats for Sosa. I appreciate you. I want to make sure that I'm covering everybody. Treats for Sosa. Let's see. Before I play this video, I want to make sure everybody's covered. All right, now here, let's pull this up because this is what Blue Eye Candy sent. She said specifically, again, I think this guy makes a great observation on a subject that always creeped me out. I think this could very well be BK, and I wonder if this will be some brain cam footage the state could be holding on to. I think it is BK. So creepy. Let's see what she's talking about.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Before we get started today, everything you see in this video is
know what? So hold up. Let me read her email again. Okay, it makes a great observation.
Pure speculation, going off a gut feeling, a hunch, and don't run with what I say.
That's Dr. Thrifty
Today,
for sure.
It's something that's been in the back of my mind since December of last year. I've had it in my notes, and I thought it was pretty fishy when I first heard about this story.
Why didn't BK call
so we're going to talk about this today.
DNA.
Talk about some coincidences
Good question
about this photo. And some people may have seen this before. We'll start off with what Jonathan broke about this report. And this is a police daily activity log that Jonathan's going to be showing for December 4th, 2022.
Makes a card less conspicuous.
Releases daily press logs notifying the public of call reports, police call reports.
This is where Jonathan, he goes on.
What does it say? Malicious mischief. So malicious mischief, and says car was egged between 1900 and 2300. Last night, the eggs caused paint chipping. Other cars in the neighborhood was also egged. Report taken.
To the police daily activity log, and was checking back in December. A lot of people were doing this from day to day. I was doing
like
this as well.
Bad.
And he's going to talk a little bit about some of the call logs that were reported on the 4th of December.
Street of Dickerson. What's going on?
Which is a Sunday.
made for that day, reasons and whatnot. And I was looking at the 12/4/2022 press logs by the Moscow Police Department, MPD. And there was 2 incidents that got my attention right here. So right here, 22 M10534, suspicious, Southview Avenue, The Grove, around 1:53 p.m. Ring camera went off at 2 this morning.
All right, so right here, you guys, what Jonathan's mentioning is in the upper half of this paragraph is a person gave a phone call in to Moscow PD.
God, this creeps me out.
That their ring cam went off at 2 a.m. in the morning on December 4th, 2022. Okay. And this person stated that the person tried their doorknob and that an officer was contacted, no report. Okay. Now, December 4th, that was a Sunday. That's a Sunday, 3 weeks to the day after the students
Photo not BK.
were hurt. But not only is it 3 weeks to the day, it's darn near 3 weeks to the hour.
It's a fact.
Okay, this is 2 a.m. And that's why when it first broke, it stuck out to me, because on December 4th of 2022, none of us have heard Brian's name yet. None of us have heard
are different.
the name Bryan Kohberger. Nobody has seen the PCA to get a look at what Bethany's statement was. So nobody's heard that Bethany describes a suspect as being clad in black and wearing a black mask. All right, so this is a photo, you guys. And the reporter room and Jonathan covered this briefly. I don't think it's been given enough attention due to the fact that our most recent alibi released by the defense is our suspect liked to go out for joyrides in and around the area. Well, that's pretty interesting considering
Thank you,
this
Shaza
perpetrator
Banda.
was out ringing doorbell cams in the area as well. Now, this is 3 weeks after the crimes. 3 weeks to the day.
Cindy says this is not Bryan Kohberger. Well, if you know, give us truth, says JD. Donna. Guesswork is still guesswork, even if it involves technical software and trained analysts. Guesswork is not evidence. Reference touch DNA, considering what's at stake, says as one divided we fall. What's going on, Baldis? We said guesswork is still guesswork. I mean, we've seen this a long time ago. I guess everybody's going back over all the old stuff. I mean, I feel like everything is in those documents, but I guess, what makes a good video, right?
And darn near 3 weeks to the hour.
That photo looks anything like BK.
And I find that quite the coincidence, considering the most recent alibi that was
Don't
released
believe
by the
this pic at
defense.
all.
Over here, the calendars, you guys.
Popsicle, that's not
November
BK at all.
13th was on a Sunday.
This is not a slam dunk case, but I do believe BK
December
is
4th
guilty.
is on a Sunday, 2022. So 3 weeks to the day and darn near 3 weeks to the hour of these crimes. This perpetrator was seen ringing a doorbell cam in the area of the student's home, not very far from them at all. And I'm going to show you where.
All right. So, participation from chat. 1, if you think this is BK. 2, if you don't think this is BK. Ready, set, go.
And this is, again, where I find things quite interesting, you guys.
Brian
So
says
according
he
to the
mapped it out
report
pretty good
that Jonathan was just going over, it was at the Grove. All right. Southview Avenue, the Grove. So where did this occur exactly?
That's a good question. Hold up. That's a great question. Let's find out. Let's do a little diving while we're doing this, right? So Bryan Kohberger pulled over. Pullman. Let's see if he was wearing. No, he wasn't wearing a coat. He had a collared shirt on. Collared shirt. Collared
Grove
shirt.
is
This
right
one,
here,
look.
you guys. You know how everybody was wondering how our suspect ended up in the area of Indian Hills, the 700 block of Indian Hills Drive?
No.
Well, here's something I found quite the coincidence. Here's the Grove right here. This is where the young lady reported that a person tried her ring cam or tried her doorknob, and it was caught on ring cam. This is the Grove.
Two.
Well, right around the corner.
Allegedly, LB says 3. Not sure. Hold on, I just gotta see 2. 1 says Spencer. So there's a couple ones, but Donna 2, June 2. JD says with 4 or 5 words. You're not a hard one to fool then, I suppose, but watch what I said originally. Rebecca Lynn says 2. Gyps says 2. Gypsy does. Jean says 2. Sadie Katz 1. So you believe it's Bryan. So there's a few people that believe this is Bryan. Teresa 2. Marissa 3. Dawn 2. CC 2. Angelica 2. Midwest 2. Blue Eyed Candy says 3. Possibly. Laughing faces. I know you're the one who sent the video, but still, I'll go over it. I don't mind going over it. 2. It's Jason, says Devil Doll. Denise says 2. Elser says 1. Elser thinks it is. Puppy Hank 2. There's all right. So most 2s. I see some 1s though. Trina, Jennifer 1s. Leanne 2. Psychic 1. So I mean mostly 2s though, but I do see those 1s coming in.
From the Grove is the Indian Hills.
I see him coming in.
This is where he was seen on video.
What about when he was pulled over with his dad? I'm checking right now.
So, why did our suspect come into this area prior to the crimes? A lot of people are saying that doesn't make a lot of sense. Why would he come all the way from the Steptoe Apartments and drive past the student's home and be seen over here on Indian Hills? Well, wouldn't it be possible that he was over here at the Grove first that night on the 13th? And he was watching something else. And maybe he didn't see what he wanted to see.
Hold on, let me take a
So he decided he wasn't going to do it that night. And he just took back off around this corner, back up into the Indian Hills, and he was seen up here before he got onto Steiner. Now,
where'd he go?
This is the route from the Steptoe Apartments to the Grove. As you can see, it goes up the Palouse after going the back way to avoid the cameras on 270. And again, the Grove is.
Hold up. Do we think that's the same? Hold up. We're at 6 minutes and 57 seconds. Let's look at this. So there's this, right? You see this little. Do we think that's the same? Big deal. Nothing happened. So if you look at that and come back and look at this, does that look like the same? I mean, you can't really tell because there's no color. Square chin. Pickle Toes Grandma says 2. Puppy Hank 2. What do y'all want to see? A video of him committing the crime? Right. Yeah, I don't think that'll be, out there. What's going on, Hollis? Hollis in the building. Shout out to Hollis. Hollis! Is that opinion from Bar? Damn. I think it is. Arlene thinks it is too. So you got that. This little picture really has no coloring, and then you have this. I took a screenshot of this so we could look at it. So, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to really tell. A lot of people wear stuff like that. So you want to see a video of him committing the crime? That's definitely don't. Promise you that.
Around the area. Well, that's pretty interesting.
Oh, you did, Tammy? I got
this perpetrator was out ringing doorbell cams in the area as well. Now, this is 3 weeks after the crimes. 3 weeks to the day and darn near 3 weeks to the hour. Okay. And I find that quite the coincidence, considering the most recent alibi that was released by the defense.
Stalking.
Over here, the calendar.
Stalking. I think this case consists of stalking. It really does. It consists of stalking. There's a lot of people that stalk out here. They're stalkers. They're watching right now. So there's probably a few stalkers in here right now that have got felony, stalking charges. To be honest with you, there's a lot of stalkers in this world. They stalk. They wonder what you're doing every moment of the day. So you got to watch out. That's why I tell you guys to lock your doors, because stalkers are real. I'm not saying, I do think, I allegedly think that BK was stalking, but that's at this point allegedly until the defense changes my mind. But I'm saying in general, in the world that we live in, stalkers. There's stalkers out here that have felony stalking charges, that have faced that and been up against that in court. You know what I'm saying? They have felony stalking charges. It's a real thing. It is a real thing. Not the same person. That could be the real killer, says Kathy Jean. Pay attention to the route. We are all stalking, y'all. Jeep Girl says, I feel creepy, guys. Head is rounded and BK is head oval. BK is head oval. One, it could be him, Cactus Flower says. Mom the 5 King says the rain cam looks like shoulder pads of a vest. VR says there is some sort of letters on his jacket in car. Can't see on rain cam. Pat Gordon looks like that movie in Mask. So, I mean, when you look at it.
You guys, November 13th was on a Sunday.
Hunting more like damn stalkers are real. They're definitely real.
December 4th is on a Sunday, 2022.
Thank you, haters
3
are going to
weeks
hate. I
the day
appreciate you.
And darn near 3 weeks to the hour of these crimes. This perpetrator was seen ringing a doorbell cam in the area of the student's home, not very far from them at all. And I'm going to show you where. And this is, again, where I find things quite interesting, you guys. So according to the report that Jonathan was just going over, it was at the Grove. All right.
In the area.
Southview Avenue, the Grove. So where did this occur exactly? The Grove is right.
Hold up. Everybody give this a round of applause.
You know how everybody was wondering
Love you,
how
Vic.
our suspect ended up in the area of Indian Hills, the 700 block of Indian Hills Drive? Well, here's something I found quite the coincidence. Here's the Grove right here.
I wonder what the answer. Why
this is where the young lady
this happening
reported that a person tried her ring cam or tried her doorknob and it was caught on ring cam. This is the Grove.
Thank you, Downtown Wonder. She said,
Right around-
will an answer to the why really matter? Nothing can justify this happening to these 4 beautiful children or kids or, grown adults. Saying, I get why a lot of you guys call them kids, because a lot of people have children this age. So I get it. Some people don't understand that. They're like, they're not kids, they're young adults. But a lot of you that are in here have kids that are these age, their ages, if not older than them. So I get that. But yeah, for sure, nothing ever justify murder, stalking murder. We know that, I mean, they're going for premeditated and the death penalty. So, I mean, yeah, they're insinuating that and they're pushing for it. They haven't taken that off the table. What happened that one weekend where Ann Taylor and then put out a document talking about kitchen sinks and all this. And then, Monday, the prosecution said, hold my beer.
Around the corner from the Grove is the Indian Hills. This is where he was seen on video. So, why did our suspect come into this area prior to the crimes? A lot of people are saying that doesn't make a lot of sense. Why would he come all the way from the Steptoe Apartments and drive past the student's home and be seen over here on Indian Hills? Well, wouldn't it be possible that he was over here at the Grove first that night on the 13th? And he was watching something else.
BK is longer than.
And maybe he didn't see what he wanted to see. So he decided he wasn't going to do it that night. And he just took back off around this corner, back up into the Indian Hills, and he was seen up here before he got on the Steiner. Now, this is the route from the Steptoe Apartments to the Grove.
I just think the hairline's not the same. Regina says, what is
As
what is going on? Hate drama. That dot shit was so fake. So many people are gullible or just out or dollar hungry, and no people are gullible, says Regina. That's a fact.
you can
People are
see
definitely gullible,
it
and people
goes up
definitely are money
the
hungry.
Palouse
That's 100%
after going the
fact.
back way
And they will
to
use you to
avoid the
try to get
cameras on
whatever they can.
270. And again, the Grove is
True.
right here, you guys. And right around the corner from that is Indian Hills Drive. Now, this happened at 2 a.m. in the morning on the 4th of December. The crimes occurred on the 13th. Both are a Sunday, both in the early morning hours, the same time this person was seen trying doorknobs. And again, it was long before Dylan released. The PCA was released, and Dylan was able to give her statement on what she saw. Clad in black, with a black mask. And you guys, that looks like a white car back there.
Kind of looks like headlights, but does that look like a white vehicle?
You see that?
Can't really tell. Maybe
See that
headlights,
in the photo?
a reflection.
It looks like it's parked away, like on the corner up there. Not actually in a
He
parking
said,
spot.
"Dan, all I see is Poonie."
I had this tucked back away in my mind for a while, you guys. I thought it was quite the coincidence that it happened. It occurred
video
3 weeks to the day, but nearly, not just that, 3 weeks to the hour. And it's right around.
You know, that's a good question, and I wonder if they'll follow that. Well, if they changed, because I'm sure they'll bring that up if that's the case.
Around the corner from the Indian Hills. Like I said before, a lot of people have been wondering how the heck did he end up being seen in this area? There had to have been a reason why he's driving over here. He's just going out for joyrides, right?
That is an absolute fact. You got trolls that jump from live to live to live to live. They have 4 or 5 different usernames, and they go by one name and they run by another in different lives. So yeah, I do know about that also. Been very hip about that for months. And I'm glad that you noticed too, which shows me that you're very vigilant. Shout out to Bonnie for being vigilant. There's trolls everywhere in here that even pretend to eat it. Trust me, you nip that in the butt right there.
Well, what if his joyride actually was him watching something over here? Oh my God! And he didn't see what he wanted to see. So he decided to abandon that plan, and his joyride just led him over to the area of the students' home that night. And they ended up being the victims. So now I have them set up next to each other, you guys. We're going to make a comparison today.
Wonder what she was like.
Now, I want you to pay close
Lake Effect,
attention.
welcome. Shout out to everybody who got a membership too. Welcome. We gifted 10, so shout out to the 10 they got it also.
To the eyes,
see who got them all.
The color,
Pat,
the ear with what looks like the little rounded top and the gap, and then this neck right here where it almost comes to a V. Right here. The eyes, you guys. And they're a little blurry too, but you can see that little V in the neck there.
great question.
And that earlobe at the top where it kind of has that little opening at the top of the ear. And we're going to bring it in for an even better look, because even though I don't like the way that, when I zoomed in on this, it made him a little bit more blurry. We're going to go here. I want to bring it into this photo.
Thank you, Anita.
Blow this up a little bit first if I could. We'll just. think we should be able to get a good visual here.
I mean, we can't really tell by the mask. And we've looked at this plenty of times, had it up big screen. Can you really tell by the mask? You can't really tell. I mean, it's hard to tell with that mask over the face. It covers damn near every bit but the eyes. And ears, and you can't even really see that because it's distorted. Thank you, Lupo.
See how
Nima.
the ear is, you guys, at the very top of the lobe. It's rounded and has that like little gap.
Goes in the car.
When you look up here, you can see that. And then the eyes, so I've had this tucked back away, you guys, in my brain for a while because of the date, how close it was to the students. Right around the corner from Indian Hills.
We can fix that. There we go. There we go.
Fact that when this report was released, we still hadn't heard anything about Dylan's statement. This person is clad in black. Now, our suspect, Bryan Kohberger, was pulled over in August 2022 over there off a farm road by the Buffalo.
Lupo says no real reason other than deep appreciation for all you do here. I think we all feel that about you, T-REV. Thank you. I appreciate you, Lupo. Giovanna said, I'm not a troll. Look at lips and jaw. Troll free zone. Think before you comment. Yeah, smoke them if you see them. We always do that, though. Can you transpose them? I don't know. That's a good question. Real name Laura. Just use photos for friends. Fake name because I'm a teacher. We don't know your name. Danny says, I bet his driving around diminished greatly after November 13th. Facts. Midwest says, just thank you, T, for a great channel. Thank you, Midwest. I appreciate you. We didn't mean you Mustang. They're talking. I know who they're talking about. I know who people are talking about. Specific people, because they stand out like a sore thumb. Some fit right in, but most stand out like a sore thumb. It's pretty easy to see.
Buffalo Wild Wings, and he was pulled over in the early morning hours, late at night, close to midnight. But nobody's been able to get a hold of that body cam footage. They're not releasing. I heard from JLR that they wouldn't release it to him. And I'm just curious what Bryan was dressed in that night when he was pulled over. Was he clad in black? Was he wearing a black jacket? Now, this was 12/4, December 4th. It's not uncommon that criminals that pull off crimes like this, they feel the hunger and the need to do it again. This was 3 weeks to the day, but nearly 3 weeks to the hour. 2 a.m., he's seen trying a doorknob.
Speculate.
The students were hurt between, 3 a.m. to 4:30 is what we've heard from police. It's been changed. 3 a.m. to 4:25. And we're going to talk about the alibi for a second, you guys, before we end this video. But yeah, I wanted to bring this up.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think it's the same person.
As far as this comparison, these two
more than we think.
Photos, I mean, they show a lot of resemblances in the neck, the ear, and the eyes. And this guy's all clad in black.
At angle.
3 weeks from the anniversary that the students were hurt. The alibi that was given by Ann and the defense, you guys, and our suspect.
Thank you, DC.
He likes to go out for.
Thank you, DC. I appreciate you.
Joyrides. Let me tell you, I feel the reason why they gave that alibi is it's not like he can deny it. By now, I'm sure Ian has seen some of the footage that the prosecution has, the video, and probably has determined that, hey,
definitely plastic.
That is Brian's car. So she's trying to save face. She's trying to get ahead of the game. She's tried, yeah, my client likes to go out for joyrides. He was out and about. Why? Because he can't hardly deny it. And, you guys, when I look at this, the way this case is going, where it seems like it's leading, so it's not looking good for Brian right now. He's up against something I call the trifecta. Right? He's up against video evidence. Everybody's heard the statement, the camera does not lie. It's very hard to defend video, you guys. He's up against the trifecta. He's got video against him. He's got cell pings. Everybody knows that these phones are like Big Brother. They're not even actually phones, you guys. They're mini computers. All right. There's people that don't even use computers nowadays. They just use their phone. They're mini computers. Okay. And if you're gullible, if you don't believe that, data can be tracked on these phones, whether they're on or off. There's apps that exist right now that if you lose your phone and the battery's dead or you don't know where it is, you can go into that app and find where your phone is right now. You ever heard of Find a Friends? Where there's an app where you can see where anybody's location is that accepted your contact. There's security things put in position, you guys, to track these phones. Google Maps. Give you another example.
That's another thing that Jennifer Coffindaffer brought up, or Coffindaffer. She brought that up when I was talking to her about DNA. They never said that they didn't have any other DNA of Bryan Kohberger in that house. They only talked about the DNA found on the knife sheath. Now, that's what is stated on the PCA. They never talked about anything else. And then it proves, along with the defense's last statement before the one they dropped today, which is on DNA, they said specifically that they're still going through discovery every week. We're going through discovery every week as fast as we possibly can. That's their excuse to keep diving around shit. But as the date keeps pushing forward, they're going to run out of all these different excuses. Watch what I said.
It's already an app that's in your phone when you receive it. It's location services know where you're at all times. Like when you and your wife go out of town and you're in an area you're not familiar with, and you want to go somewhere and you want to key in the address of where you're going. Well, the phone, it never makes you key in your existing location. It already knows that. All it makes you key in is your destination. Okay, there's location services already built in your phone that will track you whether your phone is on or off. And then the DNA, you guys, the trifecta. Okay. And it's my opinion, out of those three things right there, this could be the only thing that law enforcement could fake. This could be the only thing that they could plant.
You could text.
And we have to keep an open mind to that. Okay, we do. We have to keep an open mind to the fact that law enforcement, I don't think did it as far as planting the sheath and planting the DNA, because the body cams from the officers that go inside that home, they may indeed have seen that sheath. They may point it out during trial.
Is he ringing?
And then, so how is that?
It looks like he's touching something around the door. I don't know. I don't even know who this is.
Not going to work, you guys. As soon as that sheath is discovered and they start taking evidence, it's going to be bagged and tagged. I'm sure it's going to be one of the first pieces tested for DNA.
Yeah.
So at that time that sheath is probably tested, which is probably
face looks short
in a very quick amount of time. They don't even know Bryan yet. So how are they going to get his DNA to put on that sheath?
Very similar.
You know, you bag and you tag the sheath. You set it into evidence. They're going to want them results back really quick.
Very early on.
Right, especially with the crimes that occurred.
Pat, I got this picture very early on. In December, this picture came out.
But at that point, when they get the results back, they probably
Regina
don't
said
even
that
know
twice. Thank
who a
you. I
suspect
appreciate you, but
is.
not
How would they even get his
could
DNA
be.
and put it on the sheath?
He definitely could be.
But he's got a very uphill climb, in my opinion, you guys. All right. And Ann's, in my opinion, Ann's only hope is to blow up that timeline where law enforcement said initially it happened between 3 and 4 a.m. And then they extended that, you know, but instead what she's digging into is like trading records from the officers that were investigating this crime. You know, when she should, her only out is to blow up this timeline. She's going to have to prove that Bryan was somewhere else, his car was somewhere else, he was somewhere else. I wanted to bring this up, you guys, with this masked man who was trying doorknobs. He's clad in black. Wears a black mask.
So I mean, that was the report too. I remember that now, that he said that, trying doorknobs. But I only seen this, so I just think I don't know. I think it's all pure speculation. The thing that people need to do with this, which I'm going to do right now, is Google reverse image search it, right? Google reverse image search it, because there's what, and that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to Google reverse image search this picture right now. Hold up. Let's pull this up. I don't even need that. Let me hit this. All right, let's grab this and see where this originally came from. That's what we're going to do. We're going to find out where this originally came from right now. File. Again, let's do it one more time just to make sure we got it. Let's see where this picture originally came from. Let's see if we can get any answers. So we're going to save it. I'll name it doorbell. Let's save it and research it like that. Upload a file. Let me see if I can find it. I just saved it as doorbell. Okay, doorbell. Here we go. Let's see where this comes from originally. So the only thing that popped up for me on the Google search, which is right here, is this Arc of a Hunter, Bandcamp.com, which is this picture right here with a dude with glasses. Kind of looks like the same thing. Let's click on it. Plunder Boy. Noah Plunder Boy 666. This is what pops up. Let's go to this one. This is another one that pops up when you search it. Chicago, Illinois. Releases. Is there any releases with this type of picture on it? Not fine. Hold up. Okay, so that would look like the same. That's not the same picture at all, but I'm looking for what would appear to be the same doorbell picture, because like I said, we put it in Google reverse image search and all that's popping up is this. Again, let me shift it over. Let's see what we get now. We got some other searches in here. So we got a Spotify picture. Let me click that. The hell is that? Did somebody Photoshop this? Because why is the first thing coming up on Rotten Tomatoes and Spotify and these different links right here? Why is this coming up when you Google reverse image search this? Just curious. Let's move it around, see what other hits we get. Nothing. What about now? You get a bunch of little different things here. Maybe it's photoshopped. Maybe it's photoshopped. Because where did this originally come from? You know how easy Photoshop is? The only similar post or anything that looks near well, so much for that. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Technical features, silent. Uh-oh. Yeah, I froze. Internet keeps cutting off. Having some internet problems right now. We back though? You can hear me? Buffering? We're back. What was I saying before it cut off? Because let me see what this is. Okay, so that's just a picture of a chick. Did somebody use a Snapchat filter to make this? I don't know what happened, but hey, internet issues for sure. Internet issues out the yin yang. You good now? Yay, we're back. Yeah, it cut me off. It's all good though. I can't see they was killed somewhere else because it was a tremendous effort, move their bodies side of the house, and still have some traces of DNA, even if the gloves were worn, or even if he wore gloves, etc. Yeah, we're good now. Search just face. Good. I'm glad you said that. That's a great. It's a great observation. Search just face. Let's see what we get. Why is it bringing me to Party Girls Das Bootleg? What the heck? What do we get on this one? That's so weird. It brought up a snail. Weird. That's so weird. It brought up a damn snail. Maybe it's from a port. Oh my god.
Oh my God!
He said beginning of this live at 2 hours, 7 minutes. T-REV mentioned Jeff. I don't know. Yep. Just some weird shit. I've mentioned it at the beginning. But yeah. There are technical features, people. Yeah, there's definitely technical problems. It might cut off again. I was just looking at the internet thing. It might cut off again. They're having some issues, so I don't know what's, the last time I got something with woman, with woman on it, I got hacked. Damn. Like I said though, I can't find anything with this. Why did it now bring me to this? Hold up. I don't know what that is. Just spent a lot of time trying to find it. I couldn't find it. Super badass song. I love it. Excellent job. As far as welcome. Thank you. I appreciate you. Russian guy, Rocky movie. So what the fuck? This came really early on. I recall a frat initiation going on with the kids in the face. Yeah, that's exactly where it came from. Also, now that you said that, what's that one website called? 4chan? 4chan. I think this developed from 4chan. Now, was this made? Like, I personally think that this was created just to gain some traction. That's what I think. But hey, what the heck? T-REV JLR teasing. What do you mean? JLR teasing? Teasing about what? This picture? Bryan Kohberger toast. Yeah, it's showing for photo. That's what it's doing. So screw this photo.
Mask. That hasn't been said. I'm trying to think to myself, what kind of black mask are we talking about? A black mask like this that covers your whole face? Is Dylan describing something like that? Or is she describing one of those like COVID masks that you would put around your ears and it covers your mouth and nose to keep germs away? I would think a mask like that wouldn't hold up very well in a tussle. You know, one of those COVID masks with like a black, just a standard mask to keep germs away. A mask like this would probably more fit the profile, in my opinion.
Yes.
But yeah, 3 weeks to the day and almost 3 weeks to the hour. This guy's trying doorknobs over here and seen on ring cam. Look how close it is to the student's home. And look how it's right around the corner from Indian Hills where he was seen here before he jumped on the Steiner. So wouldn't it make sense that he can drive from his Steptoe Apartments over here to the Grove first because he had something planned?
Thank you, Blue Eye Candy. I appreciate it. This is the link that you sent, which I know who it is. But...
out. And then that night, the coast wasn't clear over here. His plan didn't go according to plan. His plan got broke up.
Oh, damn.
So he went ahead and was watching in this area and decided, oh, I can't do this tonight. So now I'm going to drive around the corner. And he got seen on Indian Hills, jumped up here on the Steiner, and went into the area of the student's home. And that's where he found his mark. More to come, you guys. We're going to talk some more. We'll talk a little bit more about the alibi. We'll talk a little bit more about the timeline. I saw a timeline on Gray Hughes last night I thought was pretty cool. Some of it is speculation of his, and none of us are going to be right about the whole thing. I'll talk a little bit about that and why I believe he did not make loops around the neighborhood. He didn't have to. And you guys, criminals like this who hurt people.
Now, I will say this. I personally don't think anything of that ring cam. I thought there was nothing of that. I don't know. Like when you go back and look at this was sent to me early on. Whose railing is this? Where is this? What house can you find to match up this in that neighborhood? I don't think it holds any weight. It's super old. It was up 8 months ago. Personally, I think it's trash. I don't think it has anything to do with the case at all. Not one bit. Not one bit. But before the internet turns off on me again, before the internet takes a shit on me again, like I know it's about to, because it's saying we're having internet problems, I'm going to get out of here. And I might be on my second channel tonight, so make sure you come by if you like what I do on my second channel. Thank you for everybody who pulled up, the few people that did call in, everybody that showed love. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you on the next one. I'm working on some documentaries right now, so I have some work to do on that. I've been sitting here working on that all last night till like 6 a.m. I didn't go to bed till maybe 7 a.m. this morning. So I just woke up not too long ago, decided to come on live. I got some stuff that I need to take care of as far as working on this documentary, which is on a different case. So there's a lot to look forward to. I appreciate everybody who came by. Sal, Shani, Nancy, Shelly, Midwest Girl, Sunshine, the other Aaron, Mouthy Mama, Miss Potts, appreciate you. Allegedly LB with that, or I almost call you allegedly with LB, but it doesn't even say that. Allegedly LB, shout out to you, Aaron, Kel, Regina, Jips, Danielle, Robert, I appreciate you. Sammy G, thank you. Been seeing your messages. Lulu, thank you. I appreciate you. June, Danny, Boss, we definitely need to link up. I just seen your message about calling. So yeah, we definitely need to link up. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.
I count my blessings for the days when I was down and losing faith. They made me patient. All I can say is thank you. I really wouldn't be the same if I ain't gone through all the pain. Look what it made me. All I can say is thank you.
It wouldn't be the same with none of y'all by my side. You hold me down every day and it makes me strive. I wake up and look forward to doing these lives. A lot of y'all really came and opened up my eyes, and I hope I gave it back because it came with yours. No matter what they say, I know I opened up them doors. I brought a family together even though shit was rough. They tried to shut us down, but we really shut them up. No matter what, we stand together when shit gets tough. I wanna thank everyone for showing me love. The Rev Gang family is something I cherish and love, and I'll smack anyone for fucking with us.
Blessings for the days when I was down and losing faith. They made me patient. All I can say is thank you. I really wouldn't be the same if I ain't gone through all the pain. Look what it made me. All I can say is thank you.
Normally the voice of the voiceless, people get killed for other stupid choices. Standing up for the families that took a loss is something that we find important. Rap game strong, chest up. Little homie, keep your head up. You can be whatever you want. Get rid of the fake and it will lead up. All my life I strive for greatness. I manifested my time with patience. People try to copy us, but respect is earned. It's not an obligation. I love the fam and they love me back, and that's why I always have the backs. I give a voice to those people who were never given a chance for them slimy cats. When you come here, you ain't a number to me. I really take time to read what I see. Don't forget to lock your doors, cause there's danger all up in these streets. Y'all really put life into the air that I breathe. I really am thankful for all of my peeps. Your loyalty means a lot to me, so this is a special thank you from me.
Blessings for the day